these beautiful flowers, an echinacea, or otherwise known as a coneflower, and the calla lily for my anniversary, our anniversary. So we're having a 29th wedding anniversary in a couple of days, and these beautiful flowers are perfect. Neither of them will be eaten by bunnies, which seems to be attacking our gardens a lot, so hopefully nothing else will eat them either. But I just love the beautiful flowers. The calla lily is very special to me because it was in my wedding bouquet. My wedding bouquet had white calla lilies, but these are lovely. And already the bees are already going towards it. Look at that. But I love that they're a pinkish purple, and this is almost like a mango-y color. I love it. So we were looking about where we wanted to put these. There's never enough flowers in my garden, and what's great about this, Paul had a great idea. So getting it at this time of year too was great, because now we know what's in bloom at this time of year, and we want to have things consistently going. What am I trying to say? Consistently blooming in our garden. And at this time of year, as things are starting to die out, we need things for this time of year. We do have a few things, but this is one of them. We had echinacea years ago, but it just kind of, I don't know, died out or something. But anyway, it's nice to have it again, and this is a way prettier color than we used to have. He knows me well, because for our anniversary and a lot of special occasions, I would prefer things to plant over cut flowers. Cut flowers to me are really pretty to receive, and they are really lovely. And believe me, I still love them, and I still like when he brings those to me, and when other people do as well. I have a really lovely friend who does that often. Please know that I don't mean that, and I love them. However, this is great because it'll be in the garden for years to come. I prefer perennials because for years, even when we're old and gray, if willingly this works out where we're able to have this plant all these years later, what's great about it is I'll be in the garden and remember that this particular flower, this plant, was from my husband for an anniversary years ago. So this is really exciting to me to have things like this that we see every year bloom. And I get to be reminded of that gift every single year. This is, and we're gardening people, so this is a really lovely gesture. He knows me well. And the colors are just spectacular on here. Good choice, honey.
Thank you. How's that look there?
It looks beautiful. And what I like about this is we have our daisies that are starting to die out a little bit, and this is kind of flanking that. So when you look back and you see all of them, it kind of goes together well. Kind of completes that area that needs some kind of flowers over there, and it flanks from over here. How nice. So now we're going to figure out where to put the calla lily after this. Isn't that pretty? So we found a spot here in the secret garden. We're thinking this spot will be a great idea. The thing is, these are bulbs, the calla lilies, so
they're not hardy in our zone.
They're not hardy in our zone, so we would pull them out anyway in the fall, and we can have it as an indoor, or we could just, better yet, most likely, what we'll do is we'll wait until the spring, plant them again, and they'll come back next year. And we can move it somewhere else anyway because we have to take them out. So it'll add a little pretty color to this area here, but it will come back because we'll take the bulbs out. Gorgeous root system. This is from our local grocery store. They are a wonderful, wonderful grocery store, and they are known to have beautiful, beautiful flowers and plants, even cut flowers. That is, yes. No, I think how it was. Oh yeah, that's good. Let's see, even from like here and over here. We'll see it from, but when we're sitting and also when we're walking into the garden. That's actually perfect. So this particular grocery store has the best of the best florists around and gardeners. It really is a lovely grocery store. If you're lucky to have a great grocery store around you that has, or any kind of store or garden center, greenhouse, anywhere nearby that has this type of service where you have great florists and gardeners, and they have a great selection of well taken care of plants and flowers, especially perennials, and even if you want cut flowers, then I would suggest to do just that. It is so rewarding.
I'll get some water.
All right. Thank you for my anniversary present, dear. Hi everyone. Jacob, Paul, and I went flea marketing today, and when we drove by to go home, we went a little longer way because it was such a lovely day that we found at one of our local ice cream places, they have a huge field where you can pick pumpkins and whatnot throughout the year, and they had tents set up. So we didn't know because it wasn't advertised in town, but it was a lovely farmer's market, and we found some other things. I want to show you some of our cool finds. So at the farmer's market, I found this lovely picture. She does wonderful wildlife photos, and I love owls. So I was drawn to this. I couldn't resist. I had to buy it. So that was great, and it was $15, and all of her pictures they're in a matte frame. I thought, how great, because you can buy a frame really cheap and you have a beautiful piece of photography. Jake's here helping me with the camera, showing out, helping me because I can't see where it is. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that Jake found as well as what we found, because it was really neat. Paul has corrected me, it was a craft fair. It's like a farmer's market, so it's similar. This was Jacob's find, I believe. Mm-hmm. Jake, do you want to show?
Yeah.
So this was a cool piece.
Dad is behind the camera, pointing in the direction I should hold
Bring
it.
it forth.
Bring it forth.
So this was a cool pottery thing, and they did dishes and coffee mugs, and Jake loves his coffee mugs. So we
Love
did this. Isn't that great?
It's the one thing I will
Yeah.
always. Sorry. It's the one thing I will always buy more of.
Yes.
Look at this thing.
Yummy.
Another one is a woman who makes her own, which I love these wax warmers. If you guys use these, you'll know how amazing these smell. I cannot begin to tell you how lovely these smells are. This is a wonderful girl who makes it out of her home, but she has these beautiful scents here. This one is Smell of Christmas. I wish you could smell this. It really smells like Christmas. It's so lovely. Christmas cheer, pine, and blood orange, which I have to say is one of my favorites. And the reason I bought that is because we had free samples cut out like a little pumpkin, and this pumpkin mold, actually like a jack-o'-lantern, it's cute. But this was a blood orange, and I have to say these are delicious. I have bought these from different places, this particular type of orange smell, and hers is wonderful. It is soy-based, chemical free. It's wonderful. So anyway, these were $5 each. So that was really nice. I really think it's important, if you do, guys, this is something we should all support our local craftspeople. And this was one of those days today. Another thing, I love stones and crystals and whatnot. And this particular one was a moss agate. I'm not sure how you say it. But anyway, it's really, really pretty, and it's good for grounding. So I do have that around. And she gave me a little gift. I forgot to ask her what it was, but she threw in another one of these. So she was fantastic, and you got a cute little bag to put it in. But these are good. They just help you relax a little bit. And this was, I always love to support them. So she's going to be opening up in a small town in Massachusetts. So this is a really cool little thing called the Moonlit Forest. So that was that. And then there's some more here. Oh, and this was also Jacob's. He may want to show you. Jacob. He's going to want, this is that little cover, so be careful. So Woodwick candle, right?
Yeah, wood wick candle, which because the wick is wood, so it like crackles, I guess.
Yes, it does. I've used them before, and they're really cool. And it has the sound and effect of a fireplace.
Yeah, it's it smells really good. It's apple crisp. Give it a smell.
I wish you could smell it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
delicious.
really great though.
Very cool for the fall. So I have requested that Jacob burn that so we can smell it in the house. But those were Jacob's finds. The candle and the mug were Jacob's finds. That was it for the craft fair. And then we went to, before that, we had gone to the flea market. So look at this vase. How adorable is this? It's really neat. Did have a little bit of white paint on it, so I'll have to maybe clean that up. But this was a really cool piece of pottery. I love pottery. I've been really looking for more pottery around. And this particular piece of pottery, Jacob, maybe you can show. Up close, thank you. And this was $10, but also on a sale. So that was great. So it was a little bit less than that, maybe close to $9 in the end. But it was such a great, it's a very heavy piece. It's perfect for somewhere on a shelf. Invest in pottery if you can. Again, you're investing in people, craftsmen, small businesses. This was really cute. You can put a tea light inside, or you can just leave it. You can do whatever you want with this, actually. I probably would put a tea light, but it has the cute little cutouts. It's chalk white painted cutout votive holder, or I should say tea light holder, or whatever you decide to do with it. And this was $6, but it's a nice metal. It's really, really lovely. Jacob's going to be so kind as to show. And then this little guy is adorable. I don't know what it is, folks, but lately in the past few years I've been really into birds. And this particular piece is like a little, almost like its own piece of pottery. It's a little unfinished on the tail. I really love how, and on the beak. But this was $5. But he's a really big, thick bird. He's so cute. He's supposed to be a blue jay, or bluebird, I should say, excuse me. And then we found a blue fish plate, $3. But that's kind of neat for the summer, don't you think? But it's glass. It's a nice piece, and they were $3 each. There were a few of them there. So we'll take the tags off. If you have trouble taking tags off, hot water alone should help you. Sometimes if it's really hard to get off, to get the stickiness off that, a great thing would be WD-40 or something like that to kind of clean that off. But anyway, this cute little fish plate with his little bumpy scales on the back, he was cute. He was $3. So Paul and I are getting old, and it's hard. Jacob's not always able to be around, but usually Jacob's our jar opener. But it's really hard to do that. This was $1. So it's great because you put this on, there's all different sizes, and you can open it, and it kind of grips it, and you can kind of twist it, and it opens. But anyway, it has 3 different sizes, but for $1, that was there as well. And then Jacob's finds at the flea market.
So I'm a big fan of physical media. So whenever we go to like flea markets or tag sales, I like to get CDs and DVDs. There are a lot of them. We already have a lot of movies. There wasn't a lot I was interested in,
But you're building your own collection.
I am.
So, yeah.
Monsters Inc. is Pixar's best movie.
That was
perhaps.
one of his favorites as a kid.
Yeah.
I love that he picked that up.
We used to have it on VHS, and then we got rid of them all because
No longer have that.
don't have the player anymore. Nat King Cole CD.
Jacob, like I said before in a previous video, he loves all music, and I love that he loves the standards. And who doesn't love Nat King Cole? If you don't, I can't talk to you. Nat King Cole is fantastic. So, anyway, yeah, for your car, right? So you wanted these for your car.
Yeah, I listen to CDs in my car. Spotify too. Most of the time to be practical. But I think it's nice to have that collection. I think just on principle.
I think so too.
keep that alive.
Yeah, support. And then of course this really, really cool bag. It has a wire here, a really strong wire, and it's a really tough fabric. This is great, and this was, I'm trying to remember how much it was 14, and then it was 10% off, so don't make me do math, folks, but it was a little less than 14 because of that. I 13?
$12.60.
$12.60. This really cool bag. It just looked really great for the season, for the summer. So and it has a rope handle. It's very beachy. So I'm going to place it somewhere in a corner for whatever, books, magazines, whatever I decide to put in there. But I love it. So anyway, and it was great because at the end we were able to put it all in here like a big bag to take it home in, and it's sturdy. So anyway, those were our finds. But these really great finds today.
It was a lot of fun shopping.
It was. Sometimes you have to treat yourself to a flea market or a craft fair or what have you, and support local people's businesses, small businesses.